What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports, joining you here back and better than ever. After 3 weeks across the pond, had an absolutely amazing time in Europe. And I know that we had a few sims locked in for you while I was gone, but certainly not the same as when we are able to do it live and being on the chat. So excited to bring this one to you today. The Browns on a little bit of a winning streak behind the very surprising but running Stefanski's offense perfectly, Dylan Gabriel. This will be a battle of the color rush jerseys here. Again, welcome to Nagy on Sports. My name is Phil Nagy. Oh, he's a Raven, LA. Okay, I will make sure that he gets added to the Ravens. Gosh, as if they needed more good players. They're definitely kind of going all in, aren't they, for a Super Bowl. I will make sure that I get him added before the next sim. So Browns going to go in the color rush, but decided to rock the orange socks with it. Bengals are going to go their color rush whites with the black socks. So kind of an interesting mirrored look here. Our Browns are 5-1. The Bengals, after whipping us in week 2, are just 2-4. So they are going the wrong way. Browns are going the right way. And we'll see how this one ends up for us. Again, they walloped us in week number 2. But that was still Shedeur Sanders. Browns have since gone to, I have since gone to Dylan Gabriel to see how it looks. And he has done nothing but go undefeated here, and they are 5-1 atop the division. And clearly, if this was the case, they would be the talk of the NFL. So, Joe Burrow back out on the field again. He shredded the Browns in week number 2, using his many talents. There he has 16 touchdowns, 1,600 yards, just 5 interceptions. So he is slinging the pill all over the yard. But again, they are 2-4, notoriously slow starting. Are those are those Cincinnati Bengals? All right, here we go. Burrow starts in a shotgun. Look a little bit like orange or brown leprechauns, but I kind of like the look. I like the orange over the middle, and caught by Burton. Ripped down to the ground immediately by Jerome Baker. There. Gain of just 6 on first down. Again, hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. And so excited to be here with you. Back here today after my vacation. There's Jamar Chase, and he got over the top. And he beat Nick Needham to the corner, and a first down to Jamar Chase, who had a monster day again against us, and I believe it was week number 2. Technically, this is week number 7. Not really keeping track of the weeks in the titles of the video because the times that they play them in real life are one-handed catch by T. Higgins, who beat Newsome to the corner, and a first down once again for the Bengals as they're driving right on down the field. But again, do appreciate everybody being on. I am back, and we'll get a little bit more regular rhythm of these sims, only because the new game's going to be out here pretty soon. Ooh, over the middle, big shot there from Hickman. And Eric All Jr., the former Michigan and then Iowa tight end, got decked after a gain of 6. But again, do appreciate everybody being on. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. Thanks so much for the folks who were able to watch those videos. I know not being able to participate live is a big part of what makes the channel so fun, but I do appreciate your flexibility. That was the best I could do whilst being out of the country. 3rd and 4 now. Can the Browns get him off the field? Right side throw. It's a dig route, and it's caught for a first down. Chase Brown had lined up all the way out on the right, and the Illinois Fighting Illini running back is able to make the play there. Jay Alexander is a Raven. Welcome, LA, by the way. Congratulations on your high school graduation as well. 1st and 10 now into the red zone. Browns defense been very loose on this opening drive. It's almost picked off by Schlesinger. Got his hands on it and thought he maybe had a chance. Couldn't get it there. Good look there at Dylan Fairchild, a rookie right guard for the Bengals as well. Now Joe will go empty on a 2nd and 10. He's back to pass. Burrow, fling it over the middle, will dig him in. First down is now just 3 yards away. As Jermaine Burton, the second-year receiver out of Alabama, musters the catch. 3rd and 3 now. Can the Browns get off the field? Back to pass. They've been very ineffective with the pass rush so far. Burrow's got plenty of time. End zone, touchdown. Too easy, and Burton with his 3rd catch of the drive, so they are really hoping that he will flash. They really need to have a great 3rd receiving option on a rookie deal. And Jermaine Burton does a very nice job that time. Got some separation. He beat Newsome again to the corner. High points the football, and the Browns are down in a hole quickly here after once again an impressive drive from Joe Football and his Cincinnati Bengal offense, which we know is so good. 9 plays, 65 yards, 3:43 off the clock. You got to try to get to be able to outscore them. Clearly somebody has, as again, they have started the season 2-4. All we have seen them do is wallop us. I think it was like 56-20 or something in that game. Like, it was a bludgeoning against the Browns earlier in the season. All right, story of the year so far in the NFL would have to be Dillon Gabriel. He came in week number 3 or 4 and has done that. 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, completion percentage near 70%. And he has been extremely good. And the Browns are winning football games as he is kind of running Stefanski's offense. Nothing flashy, making the layups to be layups, and handing the football off. Judkins, and he can't get through the line. He'll be stuck right at the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson begrudgingly playing on the final year of his deal, apparently, here. Is still a superstar next to Chris Jenkins in the middle. Gabriel, now he'll look to the right side, and just a little bit over the head of Tillman. Cam Taylor-Britt was in the vicinity, and just as I started to call Gabriel's praise for making the layups, he kind of airmails that one. 3rd and 10 very quickly here for the Browns, already up against it. Back to pass. Forward into the game, and now Gabriel's in trouble, and he'll be sacked. Shamar Stewart, the first-round pick from Texas A&M, gets into the backfield, and the Browns will go 3 and out. And that's not the way you want to start the game, especially against the Bengals, who we know are prolific on offense. Here comes Bojorquez to boot this thing away. And his kick goes down to the 25, and at the very least they flip the field. That's where Charlie Jones will take it at the 30-yard line. Burrow second in the NFL, just behind Patrick Mahomes in touchdown passes. You can see the top 5 of our sim season. I don't think we've done a stat breakdown yet, so maybe after this game you want to stick around. We will do a little stat breakdown based on the simulated season. Now back to pass Burrow. Burrow will step up. He'll move to the right, to the 30, 35. Joe running to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and now he'll slide down right about the midfield stripe. Give him 23 on the scamper for Mr. Burrow. And look at, Baker and Schlesinger just kind of stood there. Looked like they were both maybe just in a middle zone look. I can't imagine they were both spying, but either of them a little bit late to pick up that pursuit angle. And that's a big gainer for Burrow, who's starting off hot. Back to pass again. Now Joe, right side, out of the backfield, and it's dropped. Chase Brown, a little out from the backfield, and he couldn't hold on. Baker was the one in coverage. 2nd and 10. 8:08 to go, first quarter. Again, my name is Phil Nagy. The channel is Nagy on Sports, simulating all of the Browns' 2025 games. Again, it is the correct opponents, obviously, but it's not in the right order, and sometimes not even in the right location. But it is all the right opponents. All the rosters have been updated. All the rookies are in. All the free agents have been changed. I did my best guess at the 53-man roster for each team. Right side throw, and he's open for a first down. T. Higgins gave him a lot of space, and Joe threw it very quickly. Looked like the Browns were sitting in a zone like 10 yards deep, and he caught it at the 8-yard mark and then got a first down. Another one for the Bengals again, picking up right where they left off against the Browns, which was efficient on offense. Another throw. It's an angle route out of the backfield to Chase Brown, and he'll get a first down to the 15 before Delpit drags him to the ground. And the Browns right now on defense, Burrow is getting rid of, actually that time at least they hit him, but he's getting rid of the football in rhythm and finding open receivers. Hey, Mason, good morning to you as well, my friend. Again, do appreciate everybody being on. Thanks so much to all of my subscribers. Thanks for not too many of you leaving while I was gone for 3 weeks. I hope the pre-recorded games at least wet your whistle just a little bit as the rise of Dillon Gabriel here in Cleveland. We're in full Dillon Gabriel madness, at least in the sim version of our Browns right now. 1st and goal, though, as Burrow continues to shred the defense. Triple tight ends to the right side. He'll throw a slant to Jamar Chase. And Chase was apparently one-on-one covered by Ronnie Hickman. Weird formation. And no, excuse, it's Jordan Hicks. Why is Jordan Hicks covering Jamar Chase one-on-one? So that was a mismatch. Oh, okay. You're going to head down the overpass. You could watch them practice. Their outdoor practice facility. You can just sit there on the bridge and watch them practice if you want. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, And the Browns don't even have a first down, so it's been all Bengals to start here. Picking up right where they left off. They shellacked us in week number 2, now here in week 7. Left side. And Sampson will take it. Hey, gamers, welcome back in, man. Appreciate that. You'd have to fight the bums. Motion coming from Deontay Johnson. Brown's looking for a first down here. Gabriel in trouble. He'll roll. He'll hit it. Wobbly right side and out of bounds. Tillman was over there, but more pressure once again. Can we get a first down? Gabriel. Now he's in trouble again, and he'll be sacked by Chris Jenkins. 3rd and 16 now, and the Boo Birds out just a little bit early as, again, the Browns have negative yards, and the Bengals have scored on 2 of 2 possessions. This thing's going to get out of hand in a hurry if we can't get something going. Gabriel, dump it short to Judkins. Can he break a tackle? 30. He's got 4 more Bengals to beat. He can. He gets 11. He needed 16. Well, gamers, I think the only, in Madden at least, is that he has been nerfed hard for being 40. So he's like a 65, and with his upgrades so far from his success, Gabriel is already up to a 77. So I agree with you that I believe, again, not sure why. I don't think it does anything for them long term to have Flacco start, but I think he'll probably at least start first and then move to one of the rookies, if not both of the rookies, over the course of the season. Yeah, but also isn't Stewart having some weird demands or something too? Hey, Sean, welcome in. Go Browns. Doesn't Stewart have some weird demands, Mason, for the Bengals, and that's part of the reason it's unsigned, or are they just cheap and they don't want to give him a signing bonus yet? Burrow, quick little throw right side. They continue to attack and fire on all cylinders. I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet. Oh, he wants more guaranteed money. Okay. Then I have to say, I thought all the rookie deals were pretty much slotted at this point. Pressure up the middle, and finally the Browns get something. Diabate with a sack to set up a 3rd and long. Well, yeah, he had like 3 career sacks. So I would incentivize his deal as well. Pressure coming now. Burrow in trouble. He's got room. He's got time. He's got the first down and more to the 40. And again, Joe Burrow with some Houdini-like moves in the backfield. And the Browns cannot get off the field. This is one of those games where this thing's going to get off the rails real quickly if they're not careful. Burrow with a blitz coming. He'll be sacked by Newsome. Oh, interesting. Does it have to do with Mike Brown and his wallet? I'm going to try to outscore people this year. I honestly didn't even know that it was a thing, gamers, until I started the video and LA told me that it had happened. So, yeah, I mean, the Ravens are all in. They got Derrick Henry right near the end of his prime. They've obviously got Lamar Jackson at an MVP level. They're trying to strike while all of their irons are hot. They've got Roquan Smith. They've got the defense. Now they pick up another lockdown corner. Remember, they lost Brandon Stevens, and Mason Graham will pick up a sack. And the rookie finally gets a stop there, and the Browns are going to make the Bengals punt, mercifully. So, you know, I think they're just trying to strike while the iron's hot. And they lost, Brandon Stevens in free agency, so they were kind of lacking. They've got Nate Wiggins, the rookie from last year. I think they like him more in the slot, so Jair on the other side. They're going to try to lock teams down. And they're going to be awfully tough to beat. And for this window, you know, can give a vet a low deal with high cash kind of a thing and make it work with your cap and figure it out. Well, mercifully, the first quarter comes to an end. It's been all Bengals as, again, the Browns still don't even have a first down. And let's see what Gabriel does. In fact, we may have to go to a little coach mode here just to get them to run the football, because now they're, of course, we're down 2 scores mode, which means lots of throwing. Gabriel again sacked by Hendrickson. Sheesh. Gamers, I'm not sure what you mean by will they calves it. I'm not sure if... Oh, you mean will the Ravens, like, will they be regular season darlings and then blow it in the playoffs? Is that what you mean by is that what calvesing it is now? Blitz coming again. Gabriel, right side throw. Caught by Tillman. Broken tackle. First down. The first of the game for the Cleveland Browns. Oh, no, they're going to say 3rd and 1. Are you kidding? He had it, and then they pushed him back. And he reestablished, but they said short of the line. Now 3rd and 1. I'm going to make him go for it here. Looking for our first down. Motion coming from Deontay Johnson. Gabriel back to pass. Max protect with Quinshawn in the game. Gabriel left side throw. Caught first down. Jerry Jeudy. And listen to that Bronx cheer for the first down of the game for the Cleveland Browns. We'll give them a golf clap. It only took until 16, 17 minutes into the football game. And now I think we have more yards than the Bengals have points, which up until now was not the case. Gabriel is going to pull back into a pistol. Quinshawn behind him. Or excuse me, Sampson. It's hard to see the numbers with these orange on brown. Quick throw left side. Got it. And Harold Fannin Jr. with a nice catch for 5. Like that play call on first down. Yeah, I mean, we could call that a Cavs, gamers, if you like to. I'm willing to say that that's what a Cavsing is, like the old Clemsoning. Gabriel, deep shot, right side, got him in! Oh, just overthrew him. Tillman was down there. Had just a little bit of a step on Cam Taylor-Britt, and Dylan Gabriel puts a little bit too much mustard on it. Just overthrew him that time. Gabriel now on a 3rd and 5. He's got pressure. Now he's going to roll. Now he's in trouble. Now he's going to take off, and now he's going to be sacked. I feel like I got to make him go for it here. Even on a 4th and 10, this thing's going to get out of control too quickly. I know it's not what they would want me to do. Those are my choices, huh? Yeah, that too, Mason. They absolutely were. Oh, boy. Gabriel picked off over the middle. Just his 2nd interception of the season. And it's Logan Wilson. And Gabriel tried to make a play there. It's been very un-Gabriel-like. And he threw it right to... See him trying to go across the middle. And Jeudy was open, but he just didn't see him. It would have had a first down too, but Logan Wilson was spying at the right time. And that's the way that drive ends. So situational coach mode usually works out pretty well. This particular time, he threw an interception. Back to pass now. Burrow, right side throw, caught by Higgins. Burrow just surgical right now, and his elite wide receivers are getting the separation that they need. Bengals up 14-10, or excuse me, 14-0 rather. Back to pass now. Pressure up the middle. Now Burrow throws. We've got some flag on the play. Chase makes it, breaks a tackle. He's down to the 5-yard line if it stands. What's the penalty flag? And it's going to be holding. Even the Bengals hate the Bengals. Maybe, gamers, they stood all could be hers. That's the 2nd-year right tackle, Marius Mims, also from Georgia, next to his former college teammate Dylan Fairchild. On Georgia's side of the right side of the line. Here's Chase Brown up the middle, and Obo Okoronkwo does a nice job to throw him to the ground after a short gain of just 2. 2nd and 18. Can the Browns muster a turnover? Fans trying to encourage them to do so. Burrow alone in the backfield. Back to pass, 4-man rush. Left side throw, got it right at the sticks. The original sticks, and that's Chase Brown for 8. Schlesinger right on him. I've not seen much of 95 in this game. He's still at the bottom of that screen going against Demarius Mims. Not gotten a lot of pressure with their front 4. Saved the Mason Graham sack. Left side throw, and did it get him short? He did. He ran backwards out of bounds. I mean, I'm sad. I'm sad that Nick Chubb went there, and he and Mixon Could be a pretty nice 1-2 punch for sure. You know, it's one of the things I wish him well, but not too much. You know, if he lights it up down there, I'm going to be pissed that we didn't sign him. They're going to go for it on 4th down, and Jerome Baker dislodges the football from Drew Sample. And a 1st down, Browns. They get the turnover that they much needed. And here we go now out of the pistol. Browns turn it over on downs. Turn around, play action, boot it. Now back to the middle. And he's going to fumble, and it's picked up by Jenkins into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Oh, boy. This one is a forgettable half of football for Dylan Gabriel. They run the boot action, and he's got himself turned the wrong way. That's Shamar Stewart again, the rookie, with his 2nd sack. All we can hope for is that he was down. Let's see if we get a review on this one. And they're not even going to look at it. Hey, Kay, welcome in. Updated. Oh, how do I get the updated rosters? Kay, first of all, welcome in. Appreciate you being on. I spend a ridiculous amount of time making them myself. So I'm pretty sure the game won't let you do it. So we are in a franchise mode, and so I upload a draft class, make all the rookies go to the right teams, and then spend hours and hours and hours getting all of the rosters correct. So it's a labor of love here on the channel, but yeah, you might be able to find somebody's online who's done it for you. The problem is that you can only update. I wish you could like upload the rosters from a franchise mode, because then I would be happy to share it out with everybody, but you can only do it like before you start a game mode, you know what I mean? But thanks for being on. Appreciate you being here. Here's Jerome Ford. Finally a handoff to the left side. 30, 35, 40. Jerome Ford with a nice gainer. And they needed that. Again, not too late to start running the football. Just their 2nd 1st down of the game for the Browns, who trail 21-0. Oh, really? Have they messed it up? I obviously don't use it much, except for draft classes, and it's almost picked again. Whew, Logan Wilson almost had his 2nd interception. Yeah, gamers, he does look a little bit hesitant in this one, doesn't he? Pressure in his face. He'll throw it out of bounds. Wonder if he's looking over his shoulder. Shadur sitting there holding the clipboard. Mason, I absolutely hope that Juggins is that guy. I hope he's special. And I wish Nick nothing but the best. Clearly, they had a close view at him. He's going to go deep downfield in the double coverage. Nobody there. And yeah, right now he looks like a rookie. And Bajorquez is going to come in to punt it away. And the Browns can't do much from the turnover on downs of the Bengals. Actually, they did. They scraped up a touchdown when they gave the turnover on downs. So now back to the 20-yard line. Joseph Burrow, he's having a pretty good game. 18 for 22, 170 and 2 touchdowns. And this is frankly the first time he actually has looked like a rookie, Mason, in the Sims. Again, this is his, 4th or 5th start? I think this is his 5th start. He's 4-0 as a starter. Including an amazing comeback win against the Ravens. Nice win against the Dolphins, against the Steelers as well. Turn around. Play action. Burrow's back in the zone. He can only get out of it, I believe, by throwing incompletions, and that one's not incomplete. He's now over 200 yards. And a 1st down once again to Chase T. Higgins, and the Boo Birds are back out. Look at Newsome. He is 5 yards behind him. What are we doing, Greg? I know there were a couple of rumors about Alexander to the Browns and then trading Newsome for somebody, but I think you might just have to get used to having Newsome on the roster again this year, Browns fans. I don't see him going anywhere right now. Back to pass. He'll fling it right side into traffic. Incomplete. I thought maybe a backwards pass. They'll say incomplete instead. Again, do appreciate everybody being on. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, I'd very much appreciate that. Also hit that thumbs up button as it grows. Our audience will be simming the rest of the Browns 2025 season, which right now at least has them poised to head to the playoffs. We'll see, though. A lot of season left. It's just week number 7. And the Browns are 5-1. They started the season 1-1, beat a rough Jets team barely. Got drilled by these Bengals in week 2. And then weeks 3, 4, 5, and 6 were Dylan Gabriel going 4-0 as a young starter. And now they're going to try a long 50-plus yard field goal, as at least the Browns are able to get a stop of sorts. We have to go to a little coach mode here just to get them. Doink! Oh, off the crossbar. McPherson. Excuse me, the right upright. Evan McPherson towards the dog pound, and he doinks it. Oh, boy. A doink. Zach Taylor can't believe it. Let's go a little coach mode here. Hand the football off. Get something going. Get this football game a-moving. Gabriel, turn around. Sampson up the middle. Quinshon to the 45. And over a nice gain of 6 there for Quinshon Judkins. Again, everything works better for the Browns when they're running. Like, let's just be honest with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's just be honest with it. Gabriel. Turn around. Quinshon again up the middle. First down for Quinshon. Now just inches away. No mercy. Keep punishing the run. Turn around, Gabriel. First down. That one's Dylan Sampson. So our Thunder and Lightning now working a little bit. Here comes Jerome Ford now into the game, and he'll pick up 10 and a first down. So the three-headed rushing attack here with Judkins, Sampson, and Jerome Ford. And just trying to calm things down. And yes, I've run the ball now 4 times in a row. And this time Ford will get blown up as Batonio got smacked by Chris Jenkins, who's really come along nicely as a young player here. We'll try a little short passing attack with some easy out routes. Try to get Gabriel back in rhythm. Hey, Jim, welcome in. Gabriel. Short throw. And caught it, but he caught it at the sideline, or he caught it out of bounds. So that's not going to work. Well, I appreciate that. I missed all of you guys as well, but again, it's very good to be back. And Gabriel's going to be sacked again. The O-line really struggling today. And now a 4th and 20. Dare I even try to go for it? I feel like we have to, but... I think there's a very good chance he could end up getting there. I don't think he starts the season there. 2-minute warning time. I think we got to go, right? We have to go. What else are we doing, we can if you want. I don't necessarily feel like it's a Gabriel situation. Left side throw, incomplete, but we're going to get a flag. Did he rough him? Or did he hold him? Oh, they roughed the passer! Unbelievable. The rookie Shamar Stewart with a huge mistake. And the Browns get a break and a huge, huge first down. But yes, gamers, we certainly can. Again, he hasn't been great, that's for sure. Sacked again. Joel Batonio is on the struggle bus today. The struggle bus today for Joe. Over the middle, quick throw to the Chief, to the 30, to the 25, and that makes it a 3rd and 3. You really want to see what he looks like? Again, Madden thinks that he sucks because he's 40. So I'm telling you, they have nerfed the heck out of him. We would probably have to go in and buff him back up to be able to be the starter. But we can put him in if you want. Ford, he picks up 2, obviously going for it on 4th down here. But if you would really like me to put Dylan Sampson into the game. Breaking tackles, 10, 5, touchdown, Sampson! What a play from Dylan Sampson! On a 4th and 1, he just needed one. He was like, I'll take 23 and I'll take it to the house. Dylan Sampson into the end zone, and the Browns finally on the board. Spinning through the hole and into the end zone. So, maybe the game will feel and understand how important that running the football was that time. Oh, did he, Jim? Did he cut his hair? Oh, no. The jokes. How about 11 plays, 59 yards, because we ran the football about 8 of those times. Sampson cut his hair. We'll find out if he's still any good. I did not see that. Again, we saw Pickett in the preseason, and he didn't look very good either, gamers. Again, I can go back and show you the roster. Right now, Gabriel and Sanders are both 77. Pickett's a 71. And Flacco is a 65, so I would have to buff them back up to mid-70s, I think, to make them competent, or it will just be gross-looking football. Again, I'm not going to make him 90 speed or anything, but I'm going to turn up his awareness and I'm going to turn up his arm power and accuracy. So, but I'll be happy to show you what he looks like if you want over the middle. They're all still on the roster. Higgins across the middle for 8. The Bengals will call their second timeout. But I am nothing if not a man of the people, gamers. So if you'd like to see what Flacco looks like, we can certainly get him in the next game if you'd like. Or this one, if Gabriel continues to struggle. Across the middle, Gesicki beats Swessinger. Big first down, important first down. And they're going to try to... They got 20 seconds, they'll say. They're going to have to call their last timeout now. It'll be about a 60-yarder from here if they try to attempt the field goal. Burrow with no more timeouts. A sack would end the half. Oh, he just gets rid of it. Miles finally making some noise. And Burrow just able to get the incomplete pass out of his hands. Otherwise, that ends the half. Over the middle, and left side throw and out of bounds. Third and 10. Back to pass now, Burrow. Burrow in trouble. Now he'll roll. Now Miles hits him as he throws it out of bounds. And on a 4th and 10, the Browns are able to get off the field. Yeah, like I said, I would just have to kind of turn him back. I would just have to kind of buff him back up to regular Flacco. Like I said, the game has it built in. Like as soon as you get old, man, they nerf you hard. So yeah, his throw power is way low, his accuracy, his awareness, like everything just goes down. It's like built into the programming, like a half-life. For people who do many years of franchises to get, you know, keep the cadre of new players coming. Nice punt, by the way. So the Browns are going to go for it. Why not on 1st and 10? Oh, they're going to hand it off to Sampson. All right, well, really, really rough kind of first 20 to 25 minutes of the football game. But a doinked field goal, a Browns touchdown, and now a couple of stops. And Browns maybe feel like they can hang here. They're going to get the second half kick. Gabriel just needs to settle down and continue to run the Stefanski offense to the best of his ability. Again, appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. I am back after 3 weeks in Europe. Did some time in Italy, France, and Scotland. It was a lovely trip. There's Gabriel. He has 4 rushing touchdowns as well, just behind Jalen Hurts, and tied with fellow rookie #1 overall pick Cam Ward. Again, and you might be right, but I haven't. I would have to go buff him first. Is the point? We can't put him in here now. He would be woefully worse than Dylan, I'm afraid. But I am happy to buff him back up to the mid-70s, probably where he belongs, and see what he looks like. Gabriel now, he'll take off to the right side, and he'll scramble. 3rd and 8. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, though, does a nice job. Now 3rd and 8. Can they get the first down here? Be really important coming out of the half to get a first down. Back to pass. Gabriel's got good time. He'll dump it short to Sampson. 4th and 1 from the 40. Let's get aggressive. Kevin gets aggressive here, I think. Whoop. We flipped sides of the field. How about them apples? That was fun. And Quinshawn, first down and more. Big gainer there. Got to be willing to go for it. Which Stefanski, we know, is. I'm not sure why we flipped the field there. Hey, David. Welcome in. Good to have you back, brother. Left side throw. Caught, first down at the 40-yard line. Stuck it right on Jerry Jeudy. That's a good strategy. Find number 3 as he continues to establish himself as one of the best wide receivers, hopefully in the AFC, if not the league. Back to pass now, Gabriel. Has good time. Now he'll fire all the way to the right side. Back across the field to Deontay Johnson, who picks up 6. First time we've called his name. He looks sweet in those Air Force Ones, though. Can Deontay Johnson rejuvenate his career in Cleveland? Get him back to where he was in Pittsburgh, where he was one of the best receivers in the NFL. Gabriel, now he'll take off. 2nd and 4. He's got the first down easily, and he'll go down at the 26-yard line. Browns are driving. Double tight ends to the left side. Back to pass now on a play action. Gabriel slings it over the middle, tipped in the air, and almost picked off. Trying to go for the Chief down the seam. And it looked like Jordan Battle, the safety, was the one who could have caught it better. He ripped that thing. He looked like he maybe needed to layer that one towards the end zone. Motion coming from Jeudy now. Back to pass. Dillon. He's got really good time. Now he'll take off. 30 to the 25 to the 20. Caught from behind by Hendrickson, but it gets 9. Hey, Applied, welcome in. I think that's probably the consensus, certainly week 1. They've got such a difficult first 6 weeks of the season. But my assumption is we will see both rookies over the course of the year. We started Shedeur first 2 years. He was kind of up and down, turning the football over. Decided to put Gabriel in, and he has gone 4-0 in our sim, and he's been very, very efficient. Actually, this has been his worst game. He has a fumble and interception. But he's got the Browns right back in this one if they can put this thing into the end zone. Back to pass now. He's in trouble. He'll be sacked again. Conklin just getting murdered. Miles Murphy that time. 8 sacks for the Bengals defense, and Gabriel just getting beat up behind a Browns offensive line that is struggling. Back to pass. Gabriel, 3-step drop. Now he'll push back even further, throw it short to the Chief, and maybe picks up a yard. There's Barrett Carter, the rookie linebacker out of Clemson, in on the tackle, doing some weird celebrating on the 3rd and 15. Gabriel, good pocket, good pocket. Now he feels it collapsing and tries to get out of it. It'll be sacked again. The 3rd of the day for Hendrickson, who is just absolutely baptizing Jack Conklin on that right side. Yeah, the O-line has been garbage. You're right, Mason. They have not been good. They are aging, except for DeWand, of course. And here comes Hopkins, his first attempt of the day, so they get at least pick up some points. Again, I coach moded it to go for it, and they at least get 3 points out of it. 21-10. Let's see if the defense made a couple adjustments at halftime. Delpit and Dylan Sampson playing some special teams. Did he really cut his hair, by the way? Jim, if he really cut his hair, I'm going to have to change his can't have that hair sticking out of his helmet if you cut it in real life. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what the rookies' ratings are, gamers, when the new game comes out. Madden notoriously kind of underrates everybody, but especially rookies. So I'll be curious to see what those two guys come in as. Up the middle to Chase Brown, and he'll pick up a couple. That one's true, David. Especially coming off a day of traveling across the pond. Right side throw, a little pick route, and Higgins has the first down. His 8th catch, 105 yards. He got paid, keeping the band together on offense as best they can. Now Burrow on a 1st and 10. Still in the zone. He's been picking apart the Browns secondary. with very little stress from the defensive line, which is different than what's happening to the Browns, who are getting destroyed on them by the defensive line. Here comes Brown to the right side, and he'll break a couple of tackles. Rayshawn Jenkins into the game as well. Backup safety. 3rd and 3. Come on, defense. Back to pass, left side throw. Chase beat Emerson 1 versus 1, and Chase once again has a first down. Just very, very good at football. Oh, it looked like his hair was cut at short at camp. Maybe it is. Is Quinchon still on? Across the middle, Eric Hall wide open on a dig, breaks a tackle, and a first down. Once again for the Bengals, just driving right on down the field with this pass game. Yep. Again, I just want somebody who's going to run Stefanski's offense. And if that's Flacco, great. I just think that Gabriel is the most equipped. Touchdown! Oh, no, he dropped it. Denzel Ward knocks it out of his hands. And T. Higgins can't hold on. Delayed handoff. Chase Brown up the middle. Trying to go to the right side. He'll pick up 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6. There's Jerome Baker. Yeah, I just want somebody who's going to run Kevin's offense and run it with efficiency. Pressure coming. Burrow in trouble, and he'll throw it away, getting out of yet another sack. But the Browns defense does hold and will force a field goal attempt here. Yeah, I mean, and again, the Shador piece is just such a fun wild card. But you have to understand, and again, the proof is in where they drafted them. They had Dylan Gabriel as the number 2 quarterback on their draft board behind Cam Ward. He is the ideal quarterback to run Stefanski's offense, other than the fact that he's 5'11". He's extremely accurate. He's played a ton of football. He's seen a ton of defenses. He puts the ball where it needs to be and on time. Other than that, don't look at that throw. But again, if he was 6'3", he would have been the number 2 overall pick, if not the number 1 overall pick. The knock on him is he's 5'11". But guess what? He was 5'11" at UCF, he was 5'11" at Oklahoma, and he was 5'11" at Oregon, and he still has the most passing touchdowns and yards of any collegiate football quarterback ever. Swing it out of the backfield to Ford. That's the truth there, David. And I've got a friend who lives in Chicago. It's really bad there. They have these signs all over the place like, please use your turn signal. Declare your intentions. Use your turn signal. Delayed handoff. Here comes Quinchon up the middle, bullying his way over defenders. Picks up 5. And the Browns some options here. They trail by 14. Waning seconds of the 3rd quarter here. It's a big drive for the Browns. Let's see what they dial up on a 3rd and 5 here. Double A gap look for the Bengals on defense with Wilson and the rookie Barrett Carter. They'll both pull out of it. Guys are open. Judy was right there in the 10th sack of the day, and another one for the rookie Shamar Stewart. And the Browns offensive line is just having a brutal day. I'm actually more concerned about the offensive line right now than I am about Dylan Gabriel. Again, I'm happy to put a different quarterback in, but Gabriel's got more pocket presence and movement skills than Flacco does, or Pickett. So I think eventually they want it to be Dylan Gabriel. He's not arrogant, he's not cocky, he's kind of the anti-Watson in terms of personality. His interviews have all been really good. He's really sharp. He's Hawaiian. He's got kind of this like altruistic, leadership. We is bigger than me. Delayed handoff. Oh, they're going to call that a sack. It was a QB draw all the way, and Mike Hall was not having it. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Browns still trailing 14. And if they're going to get back into it, they're going to have to get back into it here in a hurry. On a 2nd and 11, Zach Taylor surveys the field. Again, I do appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. The channel is Nagy on Sports. Grateful for all of our subscribers. We'll be back and finishing up this Browns Sim season Also, we're going to have to try to power through the Ohio State sim season as the new game comes out in just 18 days. Hey, George, welcome in, man. Go Browns. So I will try to get back to some Ohio State sims as well here in the next couple weeks, even if we kind of fast forward to the playoffs before that new game comes out. Over the middle and just enough for the first down. Higgins knew exactly where it was. And the Boo Bird's not a fan of that one. Ward was right on him, but Higgins, a big body, and makes a nice play. Burrow again. He has been sensational today. I'd say this one is on Burrow and the defensive line of the Bengals, who have been absolutely massacring the Browns' offensive line. Nice run there. His best of the day, Chase Brown. He picks up a first down. Blitz coming. Burrow hit as he throws. Dumps it to Chase Brown, and a nice tackle in space by Grant Delpit. He flew up there. Baker was the one who provided the blitz. And Delpit's right there, 2nd and 15. Nice TFL for the Browns. Burrow out of the zone. He'll boot it left side. He'll fire in rhythm. Caught it. First. Caught by number 1. That would not be first. Caught it with the left hand, too. That was a cool-looking catch. No replay to show you, but he kind of pulled that left hand up. Sucked it in there. Blitz coming this time. They pick it up. No, he's in trouble. Big blitz coming again. Throws out of a blitz. 4th and 11, and the Browns are going to get off the field. That's a good one, David. 7 years in a row. Best drive of the day was the one where I made us run the football. I'm going to do it again here. I'm going to do it again here with some situational coach mode. Get us to run the rock. Which, again, they do not want to do on their own. Sampson this time stuck in the backfield, nowhere to go. CT, welcome in. I hope so, brother. I hope we see one. Oh, another fumble! It's picked up by Hendrickson. What is going on with our offensive line? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable, and the Boo Birds are out. But this offensive line has been horrible today. 11 sacks and 3 turnovers. 2 of them are fumbles, and in a terrible spot on the field as well. Short throw to Sample, who'll be escorted to the ground by Denzel Ward. Yeah, applied. I hope so too, because they don't just like dangle really good offensive linemen in free agency or for trades. Like, how about we'll give you Greg Newsome and we'll take Trent Williams? Like, it just doesn't work like that. It very possibly could be applied. The Dylan Gabriel 4-game winning streak could be coming to a close, but I don't really put the blame fully on Dylan Gabriel. He was not great in this one for sure. We don't have mercy. They're down by 14. It's not a mercy rule. Fired right side, tipped away, almost picked off. Needham would have had a pick 6. That would have flipped this thing. The defense does what they need to do, which is hold them to the field goal, but now the Browns are in trouble and they're going to have to go, go, go. Kick is up, and this one is good for McPherson. Remember, he doinked one off the right upright facing that direction earlier. Yeah, apparently we did, Jim. Yeah, 5-1. Again, you're going to be 5-2 after this game. The Bengals will be 3-4 after this game. All right, Dylan. Show us something here, my friend. 8:44. We have 114 total yards of offense. That's just ridiculous. Hey, Mitchell, welcome in. I'm sorry, brother. Glad you're here, though. Nice throw and a catch on the second of the 2 slants. Cedric Tillman across the midfield stripe to the 46-yard line, or 4 yards away from the midfield stripe. Browns need to hurry. Time is the biggest factor. Gabriel, pressure in his face. He'll be sacked a 12th time. This Bengal defense. 12 sacks. I hope so too, Applied. He was having a really nice season until he got hurt after the Amari Cooper trade. Now a 3rd and 20 coming up. Looming large here for the Browns. And they're going to run a draw. to pick up 4. Interesting choice. Yeah, no, the offensive line has been atrocious. Browns are going to go for it on 4th and 16. Offensive line has been atrocious here today, and Gabriel has played an average game. Across the middle, it's caught, but it's way short of a first down. Jamari Thrash makes the tackle, and the Bengals take over, and that will officially be the game in this one. So, a little bit of the Dylan Gabriel fever might be quelled, but this much more concern about the offensive line after this one. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. Good to have you on. Browns are going to be on the losing end of this one. They'll drop to 5-2 on the sim season, but still 5-2 is a pretty darn good season, or a pretty darn good start to the season. Gosh, if they went 5-2 at the beginning of this season, their first 16 games are crazy. Yes, happy Juneteenth to you as well. Pressure coming, hit as he throws. It's somehow still caught by Higgins. Oh my goodness gracious. Joe Burrow is ridiculous. Schlesinger can't believe it. He's like, I had him halfway to the ground. He threw a dart. Burrow on a play action boot. They're still throwing the football up 17. He'll chuck it out of bounds. Yeah, losing on a holiday. Typical Browns fashion. 2nd and 10 now. Burrow back to pass. Fired right side. Tipped away. Newsome in the slot. Jermaine Burton, who had a very good first quarter. We haven't really heard his name, so Newsome's done a good job locking him down in the slot now. 3rd and 10. Again, Browns trailing 27-10. It's not going to be... Remember, they got absolutely smashed by the Bengals earlier in our sim season. So at least they've done a little bit better. But yeah, the biggest concern is Burrow throws another dart to the 1. Why are they still throwing the football? What is going on here? We do still have 8 championships. That is true, Wendell. Unfortunately, there are many people alive. Many old people alive weren't alive when this happened. Hey, Myles Garrett with a sack. Way too little and way too late, I'm afraid, for Myles, who's been pretty much... He really hasn't done much in this sim season. They are still throwing the ball, which is wild to me. Ooh, just out of the outstretched hands of Jamar Chase. And they're going to run it here again as they go empty backfield. 3rd and goal for the Bengals. Again, they're 2-4, so clearly they're trying to do something culturally here with a beat down, and all they're going to do is get Joe Burrow sacked. 5th of the day for the Browns, but yes, paling in comparison to the 12 that the Bengals have, and another field goal coming. Well, yeah, and again, all I can think is at 2-4, this is a kind of a rhythm and a culture builder for them. But 30-10 now is where the difference lies. 2:54 left for the Browns in this one. Do appreciate everybody being on. Again, thanks so much to all of my subscribers. You guys are the best. Make sure you hit that thumbs up video on the video as well. Again, I did sim 3 of them while I was away on my European vacation. You can go back and watch all 3 of those are up on the channel now. There obviously will be no live chat in those ones, but my commentary of the game is still there. 30-10, and that was the rise of Dylan Gabriel. He just kept doing really good things. And he was really in rhythm and really accurate, and that's been kind of the biggest issue today, and part of it is just the offensive line has been abysmal over the middle to Judy. And he fumbles again, and picked up by the Bengals. It's the 4th turnover of the Browns if it stands. Why are we turning the football over so much? This feels all too familiar. Judy catches it. Oh, he's 1,000% down. They got to review this, right? Knee and elbow? Come on, do your job. I'm not touching anything. There we go. It's like, gee, many Christmas. Give me the booth review, baby. Also, the timing of my trip, we missed our NBA Finals and NHL Stanley Cup Finals sim, so I do apologize for that. Congratulations, Florida Panther fans. And we'll see what happens tonight. Of course, Oak City has a chance to win the NBA Finals tonight. 2-minute warning time here in Cleveland. 30-10. This one was about the brilliance of Joe Burrow and the passing attack, and then just complete letdown from the Browns' offensive line. 3rd and 1 now. Gabriel in an empty backfield. Now he'll fling it. Left side. Caught. First down to Deontay Johnson. And they'll go hurry up. Thanks, David. I appreciate that. 2 former Jackets winning the Cup, I guess. All right, take care, David. Be good, brother. Oh, yeah, Tyrese. I didn't watch the game. I heard he missed like 2 really important free throws. Gabriel's going to take off now and get out of bounds. Good job running for 5 and getting out of bounds for Dylan Gabriel. Gabriel, fling it left side over the head and almost picked. He tried to go to Judkins out of the backfield. I heard he had like a calf thing and they were going to MRI it. But yeah, obviously if he doesn't play, it makes the road much bigger. He plays very good defense on Shea, so as best as you can play against Shea, that is. Left side throw, caught, getting out of bounds nicely. Cedric Tillman once again. Browns with the fish and drive here. Just kind of wonder where it was been all game. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. Yes, go Bucks, and I will get back to some Buckeye Sims. I promise. That new game comes out in 18 days, so I promise I will try to finish the Sim season before then for you. We'll also get to a couple Guardian Sims as we start to get into the dog days of summer as well here on the channel. Also, Kit's been doing a lot of summer work and traveling and working on. He had bought a house in Seattle. He's been spending a lot of time furnishing it and fixing it up. So hopefully we'll get him on a sim with us here as well. He'll actually be staying a week at my house coming up here in a couple weeks. So maybe we'll figure out a way to get a couple sims there. And so he tried to throw a dart and it's picked off in the end zone. That's Newton. No, excuse me, DJ Turner. And Gabriel got a little bit too big for his britches. And unfortunately, this has been his worst game of his NFL career now with 4 turnovers. And unfortunately, they're all on him. 2 fumbles and 2 picks. Gamers, I'm not sure which one you're referring to. That feels like they've been getting booms pretty regularly. So which one are you committing to? Or referring to at this juncture. All right, well, I guess they didn't lose by 30 like they did last time. They lose by 20. It's 30-10. And Browns are going to drop this one. Their 4-game winning streak comes to a close. They are now 5-2 on the season. Both of their losses coming to the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's look at some quick stats, and then as I promised, I will give you some of the stats for the season, and then we'll get out of here. Burrow today, 33 of 49 for 326 and 2 touchdowns. Why did he have to throw the ball 49 times? That I don't understand. Brown, 10 for 47. Burrow, 3 for 39. Higgins, 10 for 26. Chase, 8 for 60 in the touchdown. 4 for Gesicki, 4 for Chase Brown, 4 for Burton, 2 for All, 1 for Sample in this one. Defensively speaking, 9 tackles. Oh, yeah, Chris Henry's been committed for years. He's been committed since he was a freshman, I think. He'll be in next year's class, and he is a stud receiver, the next in the line of stud receivers. 9 tackles for Carter and Hendrickson in this one. How about the sacks, though? 4 for Hendrickson, 3.5 for Stewart, 2 for Jenkins, 2 for Murphy, 1 for Barrett Carter. DJ Turner and Logan Wilson with the 2 interceptions in this one. Yeah, he has been committed for several years. Gabriel, definitely his worst performance. Oh, okay. then you must be thinking of somebody else. 19 of 34, 153 yards, 2 interceptions. Just not a good day at the office for him. They also couldn't run the ball. I had to force them to run the ball. Actually, all their guys ran the ball well, but just couldn't get the running attack going. Tillman today, 7 for 68. Judy just 3 catches, 2 for Deontay Johnson, 2 for the Chief, 1 for Ford, Thrash, Sampson, Fannin, and Judkins. Just couldn't get anything going on offense. The offensive line struggled. 11 sacks. Actually, before we do that, 3 sacks given up by Batonio, 2 given up by Conklin, 2 for DeJuan Jones. Teller gives up 1. Posick stays clean, apparently. Anyway, 11 tackles for Newsome, 9 for Baker, 8 for Ward, 6 for MJ Emerson. Sacks today, 1 for Garrett, 1 for Graham, 1 for Diabate, 1 for Okoronkwo, 1 for Greg Newsome. And again, they could not turn over Elijah Newman Hall. Is that who you're referring to? All right, let's look at some season stats. Actually, let's go ahead and force our way through the... Cool. I like running backs. Ronnie Hickman gets an upgrade. He'll go up to a 75. All right, let's fast forward through the week. See what happens here. Going to play the Patriots next. So Drake May and a young Mike Vrabel in week number 8. Browns are 5-2. Again, let's take a quick look at the statistics so far. Individual player statistics. Here for the NFL. All right, leading passer Brock Purdy with the shade under 2,000 yards. Then you're going to get Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, the rookie Cam Ward, Hurts, then Michael Penix, Darnold, Prescott, Mahomes, Goff, all the usual suspects. There's Jaden Daniels, Tyler Shuck starting in New Orleans. There's Baker, Jameis starting for the Giants, apparently. There's Josh Allen, Tua. There's Will Howard for the Steelers. There's Justin Fields. So this gives you the rest of them. There's McCarthy. There is Lamar, Drake May, etc. And then you're going to get Dylan Gabriel down here near the bottom of the league, again, because he's only started a portion of the season. Touchdown passes led by Burrow and Prescott, both with 18. Most interceptions on the season, Herbert has 10. Geno Smith has 8. 8 for McCarthy, 7 for Stroud, Lawrence, and Fields as well. Least amount of picks, Brock Purdy with 1, Mahomes with 1, Sanders with 1, Shador has the 2. And again, Dylan Gabriel has 3 to start their seasons. Completion percentage, Mahomes throwing 76. There's Shador at 74, but again, just the 2 starts. 73 for Purdy, Allen, all these guys throwing over 70%. No surprise. There's Dylan Gabriel at 68. Yards per game, it's Purdy and Burrow and Mahomes. No surprise there. Mahomes, Purdy, Daniels, your passer ratings, etc. Who's taking the most sacks? Surprise, surprise. It's Dylan Gabriel. And 12 of them coming in that last game. That's brutal. Tua next at 23. So that's, again, live by the seeing it all, die by the seeing it all when we're simming all the games. Leading NFL rusher right now, Joe Mixon. And again, I have to get Nick Chubb on their roster. Josh Jacobs at 535. Then you got Barkley, Najee Harris, who's now with the Chargers, of course. Kenneth Walker, Audric Estime, Trey Benson. You can see the rest of them there now. Browns, Quinshon Judkins, they're at 320. Yards per carry of actual running backs. There's Dylan Gabriel. Breece Hall, Joe Mixon, and Lamar Jackson. More running backs. Give me another actual running back. A.J. Dillon, the backup. There's Najee Harris, Saquon Barkley. Rushing touchdowns, 9 for Robinson, 9 for CMC, Barkley, and Hurts. No surprise there. Most fumbles, Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, 2 of them in that last game. Most broken tackles, Josh Jacobs. Quinshon Judkins, number 2. How about his yards after contact? 102 for Quinshon Judkins. Receiving in the NFL right now. Yeah, and again, just 12 of them in that last game apply. That's part of the reason. 46 catches for Chase, 43 for Tyreek. Chief with 43. Lockett, now in Tennessee with 42. Jamison Williams, Devontae Adams, Parker Washington. So some interesting names up here at the top of the list. Cedric Tillman with 40 catches as well. As the Browns have had a very high, low yardage, high completion offense. Ayuk, your leading receiver yardage-wise. There's Lockett, Tank Dell in there as well. Khalil Shakir. Receiving touchdowns, Ayuk and Devontae Adams both with 9. McConkey, Ray McLeod. Yeah, right now the offensive line is definitely the biggest struggle that you got to be worried about. All right. Leading tackler in the NFL, Tyrell Dodson. Then there's Jerome Baker, tied at the top of the NFL. Your Cleveland Browns. Logan Wilson, Cole Holcomb, Roquan. There's Deion Henley, Spillane, Okereke, Denzel Ward. Interesting. Leading TFL person, Mason Crosby, Hendrickson, Reddick, Chris Jenkins. All players we've seen, surprisingly. TJ Watt, we saw him. Max Crosby, we saw him. Hendrickson, we've seen him twice. Marshawn Nealand, Jonathan Cooper, Oweh, Reddick, Jared Verse, all of those kinds of characters. 4 picks for Trayvon Diggs. Sauce Gardner has 4. DJ Reed, the former Jet, now in Detroit, has them as well. Let's just, because it kind of screws them up sometimes, let's see what the Browns' defensive stats are. Let's see where they are at as a team. We know Jerome Baker is the leading tackler. Leading sack man, 4.5 for Obo and 4.5 for Miles. 3.5 for the rookie Mason Graham. 2 for Schlesinger. Mike Hall Jr. has 1.5 interceptions on the season. They have 1 on the whole season, and it's MJ Emerson. So the defense is not creating the turnovers that they need to do. And more importantly, the Browns struggling to protect the quarterback right now. All right, guys. Well, this one was fun. Glad to have you back on the live chat. Glad that we were able to bring it to you here. Again, I am back from the vacation. I'll be back here for a couple weeks before I head out of town again, so we'll try to get some good sims going. Try to do a Browns game maybe every other day so folks can catch up with them, but I'll intersperse other things along the way as well. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of the day. Today we will say go Bengals, and as always, go Browns.